Tariq had been here 10 years, originally from Sudan, married, kid on the way, employed as a supervisor at an office cleaning company. He was working on his degree nights at UIC.
Wasn't he in protective custody for the trial?
He was, head of the details on his way in now.
You know, the original case file indicates that Tuxhorn and Ariel left the Tiki on Rush at 10:45. Now, Tuxhorn says that they went to his apartment, they had consensual B&D sex, and then she walked out on her own. Tariq's statement says that he saw Tuxhorn dragging Ariel's body towards the locks where he dumped her and he drove off. He called 911, he went in after, she was already dead, and the ME's toxicology report determined she was loaded up with ketamine.
4 other girls have made rape allegations against Tuxhorn. He skated on each case, combo of his daddy's money and his high-powered attorney, Dominic Cook, is the worst.
Tariq's phone records?
I'm into it with the service provider. Subpoena's been drafted, signed off on, and dropped, so we should have it in a few hours.
Yeah, well, we got one really big question to answer first. Tariq Boland's identity was supposed to be sealed. Check into the grand jury, court reporters, ASA's office, whoever had access to his name or a motive to leak it. Because somebody figured it out.
Ken Amos, the head of Tariq's security detail, is on his way up.
Al, you and me.
You have no idea what Tariq went through to get to this country. What he witnessed, what he endured. And after all that, to be killed here.
Were you in communication with Tariq last night at all?
Just a couple texts saying that I loved him and I was proud of him.
Did he seem worried or agitated lately?
No. I mean, I was.
Why?
We were being followed. Starting about a month ago, it would be a different car each time.
Did you mention this to the state's attorney's office?
I did. To Mr. Stone's investigators. They looked into it but didn't find anything credible. But they put police officers in front of our house, and that's when Tariq went into full protection and I went to stay with my parents. It's the Tuxhorn kid who paid to have Tariq killed. I mean, or his dad. Who else could it be?
We will find out.
Any objection to the state's motion for continuance, Mr. Cook?
Not if the court will reconsider bail.
Bail?
The Tuxhorn family has unlimited resources, not to mention hotels all over the world. If Mr. Tuxhorn is
The
released...
prosecution just admitted their case is a featherweight without a witness. I understand you're going to give them a continuance, Your Honor, but my client shouldn't have to wait it out in jail if the state can't make its case.
The state can't make its case because the defendant may have arranged to have a witness killed.
If Mr. Stone had proof of that, we'd be in a separate courtroom with new charges. If he preferred to discuss dismissal...
No shot.
Mr. Tuxhorn will surrender his passport. Bail is set at $2 million, and state's motion for continuance is granted. Other motions?
Nope.
We love you, Oliver.
Okay.
Tariq's wife says they were being followed. Let's assume they were. Let's assume somebody in Tuxhorn's camp found out Tariq's name. Once they knew that, they knew everything about him, including his best friend, Amir. First day of the trial, Amir gets fired from his job, and he gets a threatening call from INS. That sends him in a tailspin. He calls Tariq for help. Now, that's either one hell of a coincidence or someone set Amir up. I called the restaurant where he worked at. They said they got an anonymous tip that Amir had a record. Then I checked his phone for that call from INS. Didn't come from INS. Came from a payphone downtown. I know that's a lot of dominoes to fall, but never underestimate what someone with $100 million in the bank can pull off.
You got some information on Tuxhorn's older brother, Leo. 5 major priors for possession. My guy in narcotics told me that he's been an addict since prep school.
Yeah, and the data just came back from financial crimes. Leo just finished a 2-month rehab stint. Serenity Wellness Retreat, Prescott, Arizona. Got out 2 weeks ago.
Put a tail on Leo.
Got it.
Matter of fact, put a tail on every member of Tuxhorn's family.
Be right there. Hey, that's Cook's office. Oliver Tuxhorn just became available to talk.
She leaps across the conference table.
I'll tackle her.
Gently.
I'd like to remind you and your attorney of Statute 5/5-2 of the Criminal Code. Anyone who encourages, solicits, or helps, not to mention pays someone to commit murder, is as guilty of that murder by Illinois state law as the shooter himself.
Great.
Do you have any knowledge of who may have killed a witness in your trial?
No.
Anyone with motive, say your family, ever communicate to you that they knew the identity of the witness?
No.
Did anyone in prison ever offer to harm the witness for you? For money?
No. Mm-mm. I heard this guy was African. Oliver.
And how do you know that?
From my time in prison, I met a lot of colorful characters, you know, huge gossips.
So what if he was?
A lot of anti-immigrant sentiment out there. Could be a nice lead for you to pursue.
Okay, Oliver, we are here to answer questions, not pose theories.
No, I spent 2 years in a repulsive jail for having sex with a chick somebody else murdered. Why are we being polite? They are here because my family comes from money, and it pisses them off to no end, period.
Oliver,
I'll give you some advice. Your case against me is dead. You need to move on.
anything else?
Oh, I got a couple things I could add. But I really don't feel like losing my job over a little turd like you.
All right, everybody take a walk.
Really? Oh, jeez.
Now. Come on. Do you know we just popped your brother for possession? I don't know how much experience you have with junkies that are looking at jail time, but they tend to get very chatty.
Why do you keep finding excuses to talk to me?
I can't let you go out and live it up while there's a woman alone, pregnant, whose husband is gone because of you.
So you're just gonna keep following me around? What about if I go somewhere private? Someplace nobody knows. You following me there?
What I like about Midori?
Let me guess, it reminds you of high school. I hear that a lot from girls.
No. It stains.
Hey, lick it up. I know you want to.
Ladies, he usually puts the day rape drugs in the champagne, but I'd toss all your drinks just in case.
Jim Radovic's statement. He's in the interview room next door. Says the whole thing was your idea. You wanted the witness killed, arranged payment. You're the mastermind, basically.
Well, he's lying.
Everybody lies, Sloan, one way or another. What matters is credibility in front of a judge, in front of a jury, in front of us.
Right now, you're looking at obstruction of justice. It's a class 4 felony. You'll do a year, maybe 2. That's if you cooperate and give a full statement. We go with Radovic's version. You're looking at bribery, witness tampering, and soliciting a murderer. That's a class 2 felony. You will do 10 years.
Radovic's an ex-cop. I'm happy to go with his version.
I just got him the money. That's it. Radovic said it would take a boatload of money to get him to do it. So I offered $300,000 and he said we were in business.
How did he get the identity of the witness?
I don't know. But he did. And the money was only to get the witness to change his story, not kill him. But something went wrong.
And Oliver told you to do this. The Facebook post from in jail.
Yes.
Where's that little smile today, Oliver? You know, of all the people you hurt, you can add one more to the list. Your sister? State's attorney's gonna push for 3 years.